Tanya from the office. Getting a little concerned here. We just got a call from a neighbor of our Westview estate, and they said that you have been living there?
Tom, like the point of view of a killer, serial killer, like showing some like voyeuristic kind of motions, like his point of view. Very experimental in its sense, where it's like it's not like a true narrative story, but we get the gist that this guy's kind of an everyman creeper. In the way they ended the film, where like he's sitting on the bench. It could be one of you, right?
Felt to me like the director took us through the mind of a serial killer or something like that, like someone that had a very particular way of sensing the world, and very sparse, very sporadic, with a lot of imagery at once. So it's like, in a way, it felt a little more human, in the sense that we don't necessarily go one thought after the other, but our mind goes everywhere. And it was kind of like the explosion of the mind of this Tom guy. That's what it felt. It was very anxious inducing.
I agree with what you were saying about Tom not being exposed. We don't know exactly who it is, so it could be anybody. Throughout the whole film, we didn't see any face, and he was on the bench. And I like the fact that they interjected the puppy. When it barked, he turned around. So it's like it shows that even though he's a creeper, he's a loving guy because he has a pet. That means he has a soul. So it shows a different dynamic to Tom. And it also makes me feel paranoid, because I always have this fear like somebody's watching. I know, like when I use the bathroom, sometimes I keep the lights up because somebody has a camera in here, I can feel it. So it puts me in that scenario. It just makes me paranoid when I'm using public bathrooms or whatever. So I really like that one.
Now saying he received some strange text messages the night of her disappearance. It's just a baffling story. A realtor goes on what seems like a routine work assignment.
I think what's really interesting is how much effort he puts into getting ready to watch people, and how technical the whole thing seems. You know, it seems like he uses very sophisticated materials, and he takes pleasure in preparing for peeping. And I think that the peeping itself is like the cherry on top of, you know, the cake or whatever. So that was, it's interesting because, you know, there's definitely an obsession there, but the obsession is also in the process. You know, even going all the way to the bathroom and positioning the whatever it is that he had in his hand, the dustbin, and yeah, it's just creepy, but very detailed.